Okay, today's session we're going to be working on or exploring this realm of Koppojutsu, or one specific part of Koppojutsu. Koppojutsu means bone method art or bone way art. Koppo is a contraction. Comes from Kotsu Ho. Okay? Kotsu means bone, and Ho way, and then Jutsu is this art or science. You could look at it that way. Please don't confuse Jutsu with Jitsu. Okay, I know that the Japanese clip the U and it can often come out as Jitsu. A bone to break up the skeleton. Okay, and again, you want to look at shape, you want to see how these things connect, and you also want to have an understanding, if you really get into this, about how different bones are constructed. Some bones have a very thick outside, and then there's a bunch of spongy marrow, or spongy material, and then there's this marrow kind of thing that goes, substance that goes through it, right? It's the blood source of the feeding for the bone itself. Some bones are, and this is generally speaking because it can change, okay? Generally speaking, if we're trying to affect pressure points, okay, or nerve, right, our strikes should be 30 to 45 degrees to the bone surface. We can go in this way and then shift, and that changes how things work. So our elbow bend, okay, but if I hit this way, the elbow doesn't bend, okay? So generally speaking, if we're going after pressure points, we access things at an angle to do a feedback. Accessing or doing bone breaking, we want to be as close to the ankle, are these odd-shaped nugget-looking things that have a very, very thin calcium shell, and the material on the inside is really dense and under pressure, and if you crack that shell, it'll pop like a piece of popcorn, and you can't put it back together. Okay, it's not like other bones that you get a clean break in, bring it back together, and it'll knit. Okay, so anatomy. The next thing is understanding weak points and strong. I want to go after a particular bone, but 90 degrees to a bone, not just. We have to be able to see the invisible. Okay, so here, right? And again, I'm not going up here where there's muscle. I can hit that pretty good, and all he's feeling is muscle. Come down here where there's bone, and it's bone to bone. That's a different feel. Yeah, kind of opens up, right? So again, shift, okay, and then hitting 90 degrees to the target surface. Okay. One of the primary target areas for spearmen and even people with swords in ancient Japan, okay, was the ankle. Okay, so let's move it in Seigan, that kind of thing. Here, okay, if we shift into a position like this, into Daijodan, he's worried about probably these kind of things.